Hello, everyone. See, I already got my team up. Because Tony is late, everyone. I can't even introduce the show properly, but I'm taking him. I got to do my show properly. Hello, everyone. Happy Thursday. Welcome to another edition of Travel and Lifestyle Conversation. Can't you tell it's already going to be entertaining? Tony Harris is late. And if you don't know who Tony Harris is, he's going to tell you. That's why we starting a little bit crazy. But you know what? It's time for some TLC. Like I mentioned, Tony Harris, he has a lot of titles. A lot, y'all, a lot. I'm going to let him share those titles. But one of those titles is show host and former CNN anchor. And then my girl, comedian, and she has a lot of titles too. I'm just going to admit, I'm going to let her tell you all her titles. Eunice Elliott. I'm excited for this conversation. We're just going to bring everybody in so we can just get to the entertainment because that's what you are here for. So I hope you're ready for some TLC because we are ready. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Tony Harris. Here we go, y'all. This is Tony Harris. Let me get my banners up here. I'm all off because of you. You know that, right? Oh, yeah, I have you muted. Yeah, I have you muted. You are muted. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my girl in.
Why am I muted?
And let me bring some banners in. Why are you muted? Because you were late.
No.
Wait. We got to get to some real banners so people know who we are. Here we are. See everybody, look right here. Tony Big Daddy Harris. Really? Really?
Y'all know it's true. Don't hate. Appreciate. Donate to the Big Daddy Fund. Come on.
Tony, tell the people
who I am.
You are, because you are not Big Daddy. Tell them who you are.
Okay, I'll get to that. But first of all, we got to set the record straight. You can't start the show with a fallacy. You started the show with a fallacy. I was here on time. You didn't like what I was wearing. So you made me leave my perch on time. Eunice, you were here. You saw this.
Yes, I did not like what you were wearing either.
You didn't like what I was wearing either?
Yes, I was here.
Do you see how dolled up we are? Do you see how gorgeous we are? And you came looking like a...
And came back still.
You are amongst greatness and beauty. You should have, you should have been coming,
a dinner jacket, something.
A blazer.
I'm sitting in my house, still in the COVID zone, and you're telling me I got to wear a dinner jacket?
So you don't think we're in our homes?
And to talk to my two friends and a cast of thousands watching us on the interwebs?
We probably would have thousands. Well, not thousands. I guess we'll only have a few more if you added your live. But that's, we're just going to continue to rock with it. I asked you to introduce yourself. You only have a short time before I move on to Eunice because people want to know more about her as well.
He has that old deer in the headlights look, at all times.
Why don't you let Eunice go first? She looks so good and she's so everything.
You know what? It's ladies first anyway. I'm thrown off anyway. Ladies first. Eunice, please.
Am I not centered? Am I not centered?
I can't even. We'll move you. Oh, Lord. This is not. Eunice.
Not centered?
No, he's so old. He's so old. It's endearing sometimes. Not right now, but usually.
I can't. I cannot. I can't even. Okay. Eunice. We're gonna spend the first 20 minutes just trying to get an introduction here before we can move on.
Okay, well, Tamika, thank you so much for having me on TLC. I'm so excited. As you said, I'm Eunice. As you can see, I'm at Eunice Elliott on all social media. I am an author, a writer, which people often ask me what's the difference between an author and a writer. I write books, but I also write scripts. I also am a stand-up comedian, radio personality, podcast host, all around great gal.
Hey, cheers to greatness.
Cheers.
Yeah, you guys are drinking? You're drinking?
It's after 5. And then look at what's up, big. Oh, Lord. You have a fan club already.
I'm at Tony Harris at BigDaddy.com.
I would not click on that. You may come across something you do not want to come across, people. Do not click. Do not go to that website.
So, Eunice, that was very good. That was all sweet and light and beautiful. And
well, I'm a professional, Tony, so mimic me.
I'd like to begin by saying
he didn't hear you because he's not a good listener.
Horrible listener.
A bit of a prayer that we get through this. How long are we doing this for? An hour?
Just we can't even get past the introduction.
We'll get there. Okay. I just want to say a bit of a prayer that we get through this session together without Eunice and her foul tongue taking us to very dark places. Lord Jesus, guide her steps and her thoughts tonight. Please do not allow the wickedness of her soul to come forward.
Amen.
You know what?
Amen.
No, amen. Because people love to pray for other people when they need to pray for themselves. Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Oh, you got me spitting on myself. Hang on a second.
Yeah, the old age will do that, I guess.
Do people really need an introduction of who I am and kind of some of the stuff?
Well, no, you're so close in the camera. I think we actually have figured out your DNA at this point. So we're good. We know who you are. We know who your grandparents were. Thank you for that.
I don't quite have this yet. I'm trying to get centered the way it should be, and I should know a little bit better than this. It's that green light I need to be focusing on, right? Oh, that's good.
Everybody, you probably wonder, why are we here? Why are you with Tony? Why are you with Eunice? We're just going to tell you, we have some great news. This trio is teaming up. So be on the lookout for a dope podcast that's called, unfortunately, but fortunately, because we're going to use his name to make some money, y'all. That's what we're going to do. Time Out with Tony Harris.
Boom.
And my girl, Eunice Elliott.
Boom.
And then me.
It seemed like a good idea at the time, but then, we start this show late, and Tamika's always late.
You late.
To record, always late. So it seemed like a good idea at the time. I'm not so sure about it now.
You need us.
You do need us on that wall, friend. You at least need us to help you to log in.
So
yes, Time Out with Tony Harris is coming to a podcast near you soon.
Followers, is anybody?
And here's gonna be the feel of it. We have questions, please. Yay! Thank you. We have questions and comments. Bring them all in. That's what we're here for, you guys. We're here to talk. We're here to talk. This is the entertainment show. So, it's called Travel and Lifestyle Conversations. We're going to touch a little bit on some travel, but we're going to touch about life. And then, lifestyle. It's entertainment. So, that's a part of life. We all need to be entertained, especially during these times. So we're going to keep the party going.
Can I say something?
Well, sure. It's my show, but I'm going to let you speak. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know it's your show, but you invited us on as guests. You just going to talk for the whole hour? Can we communicate with the people? I mean, these are your friends. Can we communicate?
Did not tell you, Tony Harris, I will mute you.
She will mutate you, and mutant. We will get there.
Tony,
I just wanted to say,
you have something to say.
I have to get Tony to be quiet for long stretches of time. Watch this. Tony, would you like to be in a relationship with me? Yeah, he'll have nothing to say for a while, at least a few weeks. Go ahead, Tony.
He quiet. Thank you. So
explain why
let you speak.
I'm quiet, though. Explain why I'm quiet.
How can I do that? You have to explain why you're quiet. I don't read minds. I'm not a mind reader. That's the problem.
Well, Eunice might know a little better, but
You're afraid of allowing someone to try to love you because you know all of your demons that you hide too well. And so I know in someone who is not pursuing a relationship with you and never will, that if I even said the words, it would cause your mouth to seal up. That was the hope. That was the plan.
So on that note, I want to tell you how I met Eunice Elliott. She started out as like a ravenous fan of mine. Thirsty as hell.
Yeah, a big fan, yeah.
Tony, follow me, please.
Now we're gonna start the show. We're gonna start the show off with lies. I've been very honest with the audience during the last 5 episodes of Travel and Lifestyle Conversations, and so I was counting on you to bring honesty.
Good luck with that.
And now you trying to feed. We are live, and you're trying to feed the people.
This is not
craziness.
Fake news. This is not fake news. So, I'm on Facebook with my, over 55 group. Tom Joyner lovers and
that exists.
Old school heads, right? That's my group. I own it. And here comes this interloper into my timeline. And it's Eunice. Oh, Tony Harris. Oh, I watched you on CNN. Oh, I watched you do this and I watched you do that. I'm just such a big fan. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Not setting a thirst trap, but okay, you're really thirsty. I'm gonna go along. And
you have a fan club.
She sends me about 5 different requests for friends, and she's liking all my pictures and all this kind of stuff. And I finally said, okay,
story.
No, this is it. And so finally I said, okay, great. So I'm gonna friend Eunice. I watch her videos, funny as can be, entertaining as hell. Kind of messed up on the relationship front, but it happens. It happens. It's not easy. I've been trying to educate her and school her to the game. She's a little hard-headed, but we love her, and I love her. And even though she takes these hard body shots, it's in the family because, in the words of the great Kathy Sledge, we are family.
We are family. You have great kids who love and adore me as they should. And at some point, hopefully, we can figure out how to unlock your ravenous hole of a heart.
I do not have a hole in my heart.
No, you don't have a hole in your heart. You would have to have a heart to have a hole in it. You don't have a hole in your heart. You would have to have a heart. So we're going to pray for them, y'all. You know what? This is what I do believe. I believe as men get older, 85, 92, Tony, what next year, 92, wow. They start getting more emotional as they get older. So I think it's because when you start realizing someone is about to have to change my diapers, I think it softens your edges a little.
Wow.
It softens you a little. You got a bit of a year left before you get a little bit humble and want one of those lovely ladies who are probably, I feel like Shaquilla Keels. I think let's see who she is. She seems to be a fan of Tony. So Tony, that might be a woman that's meant to change your diapers.
Again, there's a fan club.
Tell his story. Let the man talk. So honestly, we're gonna talk. Can I just say something about this?
You have been talking. This is my show.
To read the comments. He had to put his glasses on to read the comments. He's like,
we have to move on.
He's so old.
This is not Time Out with Tony Harris. This is Travel and Lifestyle Conversations with your host, Tamika Jones.
Yes, it is. Thank you so much for having me. At least
we are, thank you, Eunice. We're going to keep this party going.
She muted you, Tony. We can't hear you. She muted you.
We'll welcome you back in. So, Tony, you have something to say to the people?
No, so that's how I met Eunice, and in all seriousness, I got 10 seconds of seriousness in me. That's all I've got tonight.
Clearly.
See. Was that necessary? On the interwebs, was that necessary? That was an unnecessary shot. So all I want to say is this woman is supremely talented. And I said to her probably within 2 days of knowing her on the interwebs that I would do any show anywhere with her. Now we're doing this crazy podcast where we're going to be talking about, it's good. So we're going to be taking on the news of the day. We're going to be topical. We're going to have some fun, and Eunice is going to be unhinged as she normally is, and I've got to yell time out because she's unhinged.
You know what, Tony? I actually went to the inbox to see you stalking me, and it was actually September 26th. Today is August 26th. September 26th, 2018. You said I would do a morning radio show with you tomorrow. He's been stalking me for years, guys. So we're finally doing a podcast together. Congratulations, Tony Harris.
Maybe when we do this podcast, maybe we can get him to the point where he can understand how valuable honesty is.
Did I just not say she set the thirst trap? I finally said okay, and then when I saw her stuff,
the honesty. It's a struggle, and I guess as the older you get, if you have not managed it
anywhere, anytime, because you are a supremely talented woman. Did I not just say that? Let the interwebs weigh in. Did I not just say that? Did he say that? People leave a comment, ask a question. Does somebody else want to talk to Tony? Yes, because I'm about to throw in the towel.
Tony, if you could be quiet for 7 minutes, we can let Tamika host her show. Let her.
I knew this was going to happen. I did. I absolutely knew he was going to try to take over.
I think you did know.
Yes. This is travel and lifestyle conversation. People, they want to hear from the panel, not just Tony. So, and we also want to hear from you all, you guys. This is what the show is going to be like, and it's probably going to even be worse. You get to see us on the podcast. You really won't get to see us as much. It's probably a good thing. I don't know. Look at Tony. Yeah. So we're going to move on because, again, since it's travel and lifestyle conversation, let's talk a little bit about travel and what's going on. These passengers are acting a fool. And the airlines, what is going on, Tony? Wait, Tony, get a stiff drink. You look like.
What's your drink of choice, Tony? What is everyone sipping on tonight? I like pre-mixed margarita. I don't even use ice because it waters it down. So that's my drink tonight.
So my drink of choice tonight is No, this is my time. This is my time.
Well, I didn't know you had unmuted me, so I didn't expect that to be out on the interwebs. But now
why would you be talking if you didn't know I've unmuted you? Tony, you're my guest. You are my guest. Go ahead. What are you drinking, sir?
So I had a little earlier, a Dunkin' Refresher, a pomegranate Dunkin' Refresher, and they make it with the green tea, right? It's very tasty. It's very tasty.
And I heard that it really masks the taste of the Geritol. You take it with, I read that.
No.
Nice.
So, instead of joining my alcoholic friends here on the show, I decided to go a little healthier. Yeah, the sugar content in my refresher is a little high. I'll acknowledge that. But I did my hot yoga today, an hour of traditional 26, red hot yoga.
Time out.
Red hot yoga Smyrna. You see how I work this. This is how a pro works this. Gets in all the plugs. So instead of joining my friends at Alcoholics Anonymous, I'm trying to do the healthy thing.
Tamika, this is your show, and but that's a question I want to ask Tony that I just got inspired.
Please.
Tony is known as a very well-respected journalist. Has had an amazing career. You mentioned CNN, but he's still on the History Channel. He has a new ongoing. I mean, we're gonna get to know.
He was supposed to introduce himself, but he's
an amazing guy, right? So the question I have for Tony, with that amazing background and resume, and everyone knowing who you are, how does it feel to have sunk so low to where you are now? Because usually we don't get to ask people when they hit rock bottom. We just read about them. And so since we have you here live, I would love to know, what does it feel like?
It's been a trip. And there've been a lot of.
You truly have a fan club. I'm not sure why, but okay.
I want to say something. If failing is ending up with your own show on in the Discovery family of networks.
Mm-hmm.
History Channel, you want to share that?
If failing is ending up with your own show in prime time, as a part of the A&E conglomerate of channels and networks. If, in the words of the late great Bill Withers, if you want to use me, go on and use me till you use me up.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Hey!
He could have popped his collar if he was
drinking. He wore one.
But he couldn't even pop his collar because
he wore one.
He's looking like he about to do some stretches.
30 episodes of, I am getting too close to this thing, aren't I? 30 episodes of The Proof is Out There.
You can't hear?
September 17th. Did you mute me again? Okay. 30 episodes. The Proof is Out There on the History Channel starting September 17th. I need some applause. Don't you have sound effects on the show? September 17th, we follow The Unexplained. You know who hosts that show?
Yeah, I watched that one right before I turned the
channel.
Yes, William Shatner.
Wow.
William Shatner.
How many times have you ever heard a black man say, my lead-in is William Shatner? Never, ever. Boom, that just happened. So if that's falling down the ladder, come join me.
So just in case everybody didn't understand, because unfortunately, Tony struggles with being able to be serious. So there is, it's some exciting news.
Serious.
Tony,
God. And he's not.
So I had to do crime, death, mayhem for
UFOs.
Well, no. Hey, before we get to the UFOs, I had to do, no. This was crime, death, destruction, mayhem for. I started anchoring newscasts in 1993 at the time of the first Gulf War. That's how old I am. So I started newscast.
There you go.
Oh, thank you, Kevin Hart. I'm sorry. I had to do it.
That's like one of the best moments.
Ever.
And it's Don Cheadle who makes it. His reaction is the thing that's priceless. So from 1993, I've been dealing with death, mayhem, and destruction, right? The loss of life and tragedies in people's lives and families, right? So I finally get to this place where and that takes me to the Middle East to cover the Arab Spring in 2011. You know, that's 6 or so years at CNN where, you know, it's all kinds of craziness, right? It's the political stuff. It's, you know, the Southeast Asia tsunami in 2004 when I get there, like weeks after I get there. So, I mean, and finally I get to this place in this very cool career where I get to kind of pick and choose the kind of stuff that I want to do. And it happens rarely. And I've been lucky to get a couple of really good opportunities with some of the biggest production entities on the planet. And I'm living my life like I'm golden. Boom.
Like you should have said I'm living my best life, but like I'm golden, that's a 60-year-old thing. I get it. But congratulations. You deserve it. Absolutely.
Staying awake the whole time you were just not talking.
Yeah, it was a challenge. But again, everyone, just so you know, he took us down. He brought us. But what he was trying to say is that he's in his second season hosting The Proof is Out There on the History Channel. Look out, September 17th.
10 o'clock, 10 Eastern.
10 Eastern.
And so I told the story of how I met Eunice. Now, Tamika of the Travel and Lifestyles Conversation Show.
TLC.
This
show is about love, excitement, positivity. Don't come for me on my show.
And it's amazing how little of that you have shared with me this evening so far. Why is that, Tamika? Is there something you want to tell us? Is there something? Should we put you on the couch for a couple of minutes? And
me on the couch?
What we really need to be concerned with, Tony, is so close to that camera. It's like
I don't understand. I'm like, does Kenny not here? I don't understand.
Folks ring doorbell, looking in their house. They're like, go away.
I don't get it. I don't understand. I really don't understand.
Because we shared time with CNN, right? We shared time over there at Turner, right?
I believe
so. I think. Were you there when I was there?
Yeah, I was young. I was a little young Thundercat. Mm-hmm.
Did you roll up on me at some point?
Did I what?
Did you roll up on me at some point?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Thundercat. I want to learn the business.
Absolutely not.
Mentor, and would you teach me? Did you roll up on me?
No. I had real mentors to turn to.
No. I get why you would take that shot, but I'm just trying to think back. Are you sure about that?
Absolutely sure. Absolutely. Now, if you want to turn that around.
You sure we're not having a Pinocchio moment?
If you want to turn that around, were you into PYTs?
Me too. Hashtag me too. Sexual harassment.
All I can tell you is
time out.
All I can tell you is
Harris. Time out.
All I can tell you is I was the only black man holding down an anchor shift at CNN until TJ and Don came in. I was holding that down righteously. Okay. And I walked out of there with my head held high. I walked out of there and went overseas and continued to inform the world.
Absolutely.
Right? And when I see what's happening in that business today, and you know who can speak to this? Eunice can speak to this, because here's the amazing piece in Eunice's story that she hasn't even shared to this point. And that's why I'm here. Eunice is a woman. You want to talk about a unicorn in this business? You're going to owe me for this, all right? You're going to owe me for this. A unicorn in this business? So here's a woman who is funny as can be, is out here doing stand-up comedy, knows the kings and queens of comedy, right? And they know her. If I could just get her to stop.
And they can't, the people can't find out how funny she is because you're talking a lot, but carry on.
Shut up in a second. I want to pay her off though, because it's brilliant.
Okay.
So she's doing her thing, and and secretly in love with this Wayans cat who I can't get her to stop talking about. So she's doing her thing, meeting the kings and queens of comedy. So some news director in Birmingham, Alabama says, "Hey, you're really good. Why don't you come in and join our morning news team?" So that's a hybrid that doesn't exist. That's a hyphenate that does not exist in this business. And that woman owns it. So she goes from doing stand-up, being funny, we got to overlook the whole Roll Tide thing because we need to overlook it.
Roll Tide.
And then she goes from being a traffic reporter who's supposed to just bring some levity and lightness to the thing to being so good at that the news director says, "Why don't you lead our morning news team?"
Well, you know what? It was actually he figured out I knew how to read. And so that's how I got promoted. Let's be clear. He says, "Wait, can she read?"
Now I'm going to shut up. But there's the hyphenate. What I did is it. There's the hyphenate right there. That's the unicorn. I'm just a news guy.
Eunice Elliott. Right.
Tony, I take back everything that I ever said about you that was true.
Don't do that.
I take it all back.
Oh.
Take it all back. Because it doesn't matter if it's true. I just take it back. Thank you for that. Take it back.
Okay, so
and it's true, but I take it back.
Okay, so 20 minutes ago we were trying to move on to talk about travel and these crazy passengers out there, but Tony took 20-30 minutes to discuss Exactly. We do have some great chemistry here. Hey. So let's talk about it. Passengers traveling, acting crazy. How do you feel? Do you feel like if you're going to travel to the airport or somewhere that you're going to start acting crazy?
You know what? I think, nowadays, when you purchase an airline ticket, you have to agree to wear a mask at all times in the airport and on the plane. So when you start seeing these videos of folks freaking out on the plane, talking about they don't want to wear a mask, I think, put them off the plane. They're in violation of what they agreed to. And it's just, I think everyone is so at a heightened space of just like anxiety, frustration, and they just really don't know what to do with it, that it just kind of comes out in these horrible moments that we see of folks. I think some of these folks are either been drinking or already had some pre-existing mental health conditions, but you agreed to it. So get on the plane and shut up.
So imagine being holed up for damn near a year. And the moment you get to taste a little bit of freedom, the first thing you want to do is fight people.
Well, I want to fight people too. I just don't. Who doesn't want to fight somebody, right? Everybody want to fight everybody, but you don't. That's all I'm saying is have some restraint. Don't delay our plans to get to over there just because you want to fight. And I think that's the feeling most people have on the flight when they're filming. Like, I want to fight too. Sit down and put on your mask.
I want to fight you on the plane. I want to fight you in the airport. I want to fight you in the restaurant. I want to fight you when I'm in the drop-off line to take my kid to school.
And I want to fight you because I have been at home and I can't find nobody else while I'm at home. So I'm ready to get out.
Yeah, and being at home by myself, I have learned that I do need to see other people. I'm not that compatible with myself. I do need to see other people. So I can branch out.
That much room for this hyper aggressive moment that we're in. I give them that much room, but that's it. And then beyond that, you're gonna get to a situation where you're gonna say something dumb, and your husband is gonna catch a straight right hand and get knocked out, like that woman's husband got knocked out at the ballpark. Right? So I'm gonna give you that much room because everybody's been cooped up, everybody's tense, anxiety is
COVID rage, absolutely.
It's a real thing.
To Eunice's point, rein it in.
We got a question. We got some questions coming in. It's actually a good question. I'm sorry, Tony, I cut you off because if I don't, you're going to talk us to the end of the show and we're not going to move on. So people can hear some stuff and people can ask questions.
Facts.
Okay, Robert, good question here. Do any of you have reservations about traveling or flying? Absolutely not. I don't. And I am traveling tomorrow, flying out to Philadelphia. Hey, city of brotherly love. Yes. No reservations whatsoever.
She has reservations at the hotel. You have.
I do have. You're right. I have reservations at the Logan Hotel in Philadelphia. I cannot wait to check them out. It's gonna be sexy and nice.
If you don't have any concerns, you get on that plane and you just feel like I'm going to where I'm going. I'm not worried about no COVID in this moment.
I mask up, and I quite honestly have been traveling. I traveled a few times last year as well, and I wore a shield. I had double mask. I am quite comfortable being on the flight, and because I just feel like it may be one of the safest places. Why? Because everybody is required to wear a mask. So I'm okay with that. Now, once I get to a different city or location, I still take the precautions and social distance and all. You know, Tony, you're gonna act like you're interested on the show because you are.
It's not about him. He can't even pretend.
Clearly, because
I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to let you get.
Hold back what?
I'm trying.
What you got to say? And what you have to say, and I'm gonna give you a minute. And if you go over a minute, I'm gonna mute you.
So 2 things: getting all that hype about Philadelphia. Second,
hater.
Get your weight up. Get the tour in. Get to Italy. Getting all hyped about Philly. Okay, fine. Second thing is, I do have a reservation. What's our friend's name? Robert? I do have a reservation. I have a reservation about that middle seat.
Well, there's that.
I'm just saying, I don't want the middle seat. Now, that can make me snobbish, elitist, aloof, whatever, but I do not want that middle seat. And I really don't want anyone next to me in that middle seat. So that means I got to shell out a little bit more, maybe to get to, if it's a big flight, it's a business class or first class. But I really don't want that middle seat because too many people are not being truthful about their status. And yes, you can wear that mask, and I believe it. If you're vaccinated and you wear the mask, I'm okay. But even with that, I'm not comfortable with people up in the middle seat.
Let me tell you how you avoid that. Now, I fly Southwest a lot where you get to pick your seat. So if I am either on the aisle or the window seat and the middle seat is open and available and I don't want anyone to sit there, I will put my bag there, right? And so when people are walking by and look, I'll, be like, oh, that person's in the restroom or whatever. And then when they close the cabin, then I stuff it under the front of the seat.
That's good, but I'm not flying Southwest. My miles are on Delta.
Oh, so yeah, so you are bougie. Yeah.
My miles are
wait, I'm Delta too.
And like I said,
all day. Delta. I'm sorry, Delta all day.
Eunice, you need to get your weight up too.
Listen, I fly Delta as well. I fly whoever has the lowest fare. Okay.
Look, I like to fly Delta because they take those precautions. And I'm not saying the other airlines, they don't. I'm not. I just am loyal to Delta. I'm just loyal to Delta.
Delta charges for bags, and that's a problem for me. Southwest, you get your first 2 bags free.
I get that.
I get that, but you know what? I got an Amex Delta card, so I don't. Bags, paper bags.
I'm talking to 2 bougie people. Listen, anybody, everybody. You know how to make me happy. Give me a Southwest voucher. Oh, that's what keep on giving, because the flight gonna get canceled. I'm gonna get to keep using it for flights I never take. So Southwest me, please. Thank you.
Delta, all day. All day. All day.
Delta like that. I fly Delta, but I see someone.
Wait. Here's a good question. For Eunice.
No, I have not tried Spirit, only because I have heard so many horror stories, and it's pretty much the same reason why I don't ride a bicycle. I have a fear of, like things that you see people doing. You're like, you know what? I've seen too many people have traumatic brain injuries on bicycles. That's why I don't ride one. Same reason why I've never flew out on Spirit.
I thought you
actually have to say I've flown on Spirit. Tony, have you?
I thought you were going to say that's why you haven't tried the milk crate challenge. But you said that's why I don't ride a bike?
I'm terrified to ride a bike. I bought one a couple of years ago, took it to the bike shop for them to assemble it and everything. My neighborhood is very hilly, so that's my excuse on why I haven't gotten on it. But yeah, I have a fear of hurting myself to the point where I see people riding, I want to ride. All I have going for me is my good sense. So traumatic brain injuries terrify me.
Oh, that's why Tony doesn't get you. Oh, okay.
I'm terrified.
That's why Tony doesn't.
And I do categorize
us. That's why he doesn't get
irrational fear. I do believe it is an irrational fear. So it's not like I think it makes sense, but it's mine, and that's mine.
You're owning it.
Yeah, I own that one.
And that's the first step on this 12-step program. Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Eunice, I have flown Spirit. I've flown Spirit.
And how was that?
Past tense. Now let's move on.
You want to talk about your experience?
Last note on the Spirit thing, and it's an actual note. I like it as the Beyonce song. I don't need to fly it as an airline.
Let me say this. There's nothing worse when an old person is trying to make a young reference that's already out there.
Right. And it's crickets. Crickets, just nothing. And leave the room, because only you got it, because nobody even leaving a comment right now. There are no comments.
Nobody
got the joke.
Nobody
got the joke. No comments. Nobody got the joke. No. So, you have any upcoming travel plans, Eunice? Let's just move on.
I actually don't have any that will require an aeroplane. I don't have to ride a plane anywhere so far. Most of my travel is just driving right now, road trips. Outside of Philly, do you have anything planned outside of Philly tomorrow?
I don't, not yet. See other people saying, like, comments are coming in, y'all. Wanda's like, I'm not flying Spirit for anybody. I understand. Wanda.
I do. I have plans. Do you care? I have plans.
Well, you know what? Share your plans, Tony. Share your plans.
You were so damn dismissive of my shit. Why is that?
No, absolutely not. Share your plans.
Why are you so dismissive of my shit? Why?
So
why? Explain it to the people on the interwebs.
Do you have to come up to the camera so you know?
Hear it. I don't want to miss a beat.
He actually does.
LaCrystal, what are you agreeing with Tony on, LaCrystal?
You're damn right. So here's what I have going on.
We see you if you back up. Just back up. Give us. So please share your travel plans, Tony.
Thank you very much. Thank you for the question.
You have a fan club, and we want to make sure they know, just in case they don't meet up with him, though, y'all. Mm-mm.
And don't try to sit in the middle seat next to him.
So I have plans. So I've got a buddy who coaches basketball. He's coached all around the world. I met him in the Middle East. Thank you very much. And then he's now in Mexico, in Veracruz. I'm going to go and watch his team play. He's won everywhere he's coached. He should be in the NBA. If not as a head coach, he should be an assistant somewhere. So I'm going to watch Brian Rousum, Coach Brian Rousum. You can follow him on the interwebs. So I'm going to watch his team play in Veracruz. and do that Mexico thing. Hey, and then I got a buddy who's in Bulgaria, who's working for Bloomberg, and he's also a part-time filmmaker. He's on a film, and I'm going to go watch and hang out on a Bulgarian film set. That's happening. And then I'm going to go to one of my favorite places, which is Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, where I'd like to get a damn condo one day. If I can sell a few more shows and get my Shonda Rhimes dream on, I'm going to buy a place in Puerto Vallarta and call it a day.
So you're doing all this before Time Out with Tony Harris is released?
Yeah, I can do the show. I can do the show with you guys.
Okay. It's funny you asked that, Tamika, because we're doing Time Out with Tony Harris for free right now. We can't
right. That's why I was asking.
Traveling. So I really appreciate your question, Tamika. So you're doing all that wonderful traveling before someone like gives us a huge dish. You keep telling us to keep showing up in your kitchen, and you said, "I promise you, it's coming. It's coming." I feel like you're like
the bag
in the Temptations, and you bought a car with our name on the side of it, but you ain't giving us none of our money.
I'm going here, and yes, I'm going to Mexico.
Yeah, that's how I feel.
You know, Mexico. Look,
I have mine.
I feel like New Edition. I feel like TLC. What's going on here? How can you afford to do so many things without?
Okay.
We need to have a talk. Maybe offline, even. Maybe offline.
Maybe offline.
Because so many people that has so much going on, so professional, still wants to create new shows, and he says, "I promise, as soon as we make some money, I'm gonna give y'all something." But I'll be right back.
I got all these travel plans. I'm about to travel the world during a pandemic, but I'm not gonna pay y'all nothing. But I'm gonna text you. I'm gonna text you when we get offline to see when you're available to do another recording.
Hustle, don't you know the classic old man?
Let me show you what this hustle look like. Let me. I'm not gonna unmute you until I get a check. I need a check.
Got us giving him.
I need a check.
And he's going to Bulgaria.
Wait a minute. He has shouted out all these people. Look, all these people he shouted. Are they gonna give a? You know what? They're sponsored.
Crazy.
There is sponsorship opportunity on this show, by the way.
Tamika, you asked me, was I going anywhere? I said, I'm my little humble, meek, poor, pauper self. If I can get some gas money, I might drive somewhere. I don't know, maybe to Walmart's. And then this man, who's my biggest fan, using me up for my good content, is going to Puerto Vallarta.
Italy, California, everywhere.
I always say men are trash.
You got to tell them again. They missed it. They missed it.
I say men are trash.
Lord, don't.
Crazy internet made it freeze right when I was about to say.
Okay, y'all. I have to say, look. When I met Eunice and she started talking about this, she said men are trash. I'm not gonna look, men.
I start defending men. Men are not trash.
I just don't. I don't like the way it sounds. I don't.
You know what? I don't like the way it sounds either. But tell me it's not true.
I don't believe that. I just don't. I think there's another way to say that a man or a woman lacks something.
Okay, how would you say they like? You would call them garbage, would you? Refuse, maybe.
Okay. Where are the men and the women? So, do you guys agree with this? Like, do you think? I'm sorry, men. Do you think you're trash? And women, do you think men are trash? I mean, this is the comments. Oh Lord, they are flooding in. Oh my God,
Tony. And when I say men are trash, do you strongly agree or strongly disagree with the statement as a man?
So one of the
here we go.
One of the
strongly agree.
Tenets. One of the tenets of life in general is that when someone is killing themselves, you just stand out of the way. When someone is crushing themselves, I cannot wait for the comments on this.
Let's see. Let me put the question out there.
You guys are being thrown off by the word trash, but what I'm saying is, when I say trash, and let me clarify what I'm saying. I love men to a fault. You know what I'm saying? If I can figure out how not to love men, I probably would have a better life. But I love men, and that is why I'm clear that they are trash. But let me clarify when I say men are trash. And a lot of them, it's not their fault. Now, it is their responsibility, but it's not their fault. A lot of men are emotionally constipated. They were little boys who they were never allowed to cry. And so they become grown men that if you do see them crying, it's to manipulate you. A lot of men don't have emotional intelligence to not only be able to articulate their feelings, to be able to be a safe place for you to articulate your feelings. And outside of a relationship tool type situation, men are trash because she shouldn't have wore that skirt to the bar by herself because men are trash. She shouldn't have walked to the car by herself in the dark because men are trash. Why did she leave her drink there unattended? Because men are trash. So when I say men are trash, I mean men are actually trash.
I cannot believe, fellas, I apologize.
And I love men.
You know, well, look, let's see what the people are saying here before you. Right. You know, Tanisha says,
I am allowing Eunice to get off the hook on this. She was squirming.
I will always defend that position.
So what do you think? What do you think here? I mean, before we come to you, let's see what the people are saying. Tanisha says, maybe I wouldn't use that exact word, but hey, I haven't been proven wrong yet. Okay.
That's called trash.
Wow.
Okay, I'm sorry. Let me stop saying trash. I'm going to just start calling men T-rash. Men are T-rash. Maybe that's better. Y'all can have a rash.
Ultimately, you're going to have to explain that, you know, it seems softer, but people are going to, so what's that mean? And then you'll be like, they're trash. And they'll be like, oh, that's how it came to me when she said that. Y'all was like,
I love men. So this is not a male bashing concept. It's not at all.
Oh, here, this is a good. So there's a mixed bag comment. Sorry for the interruption. Half trash, half treasure. We dive in at our own risk. True story. What you think, Tony? What you think, Tony?
I'm saying the thing I've always said to Eunice, and you've been there for most of these conversations, that these damn relationships are tricky and difficult. And not everybody is emotionally ready when you are. And it's difficult to know. And we got to take our time because they're tricky and difficult. That's all I'm going to say.
Tony, Tony, you're a very good man. You've been a wonderful father. I'm sure a couple of your ex-wives would say at some point you were a good husband.
Not a couple of the ex-wives.
I can't remember how many ex-wives he has, but I'm sure when they married him, they liked him. But this is what I want to say.
Yeah.
Come on, Tony. You are a man that dotes on your children, have supported them, love them. You are a wonderful professional. You are a mentor to young women you may potentially be able to take advantage of on a week evening. So what I want to know is, when I say to you, men are trash, what if I asked you, Tony, would you say in some areas of your life you might qualify as trash? What is the answer?
So the answer to that question, in all honesty, is yes, but I was a boy and not a man. I was
okay. No, 59 is not a boy. 59 is not a boy.
What I fall back on is that I'm an imperfect vessel and God's not done with me.
So everyone's watching. You see that he can admit that he is a trash man. He's a good man. Trash.
There's a question for Tony.
No, there isn't.
There is. How many ex-wives? No.
I done ran out of drink.
Because Tony, look. But some look, Tony, look, Eunice, look, trash is a bit harsh. They're saying.
I understand it's a harsh word, but give me a better one. No one has ever offered me a better word than trash. People say that's harsh, and I agree because the situation is harsh. Give me a better word.
Yeah, Eunice.
All I'm going to say in defense of my dear friends, because we've had this conversation.
Wait a minute, here we go. Pause. Are recyclables considered trash?
Wow.
Let me say something. Let me say something about that. Because men are recyclables. Because they will ghost you and come back, right?
So true story.
Let me put y'all on this science of men and why they ghost you. This is science, and this is free. Everything else I'm going to send y'all an invoice for, okay? Men have an emotional bandwidth that's pretty low. And that's similar to your router in your house that may not have a strong signal, not 4G. Okay, men have a very low emotional bandwidth. That is not their fault. As little boys, they were not encouraged to cry or talk about their feelings or be soft or vulnerable. So then we try to date and interact with these men who, I don't have feelings. I'm a man. I'm an alpha man. You're not a woman. You're not feminine because you made me sad. Okay, and so then what we have to take into account is he don't have the vocabulary or the wherewithal or the tools and techniques to even have a conversation with a woman like me, right? But so when a man meets you, he know how to get you from hello to about 3 to 6 weeks. And about 3 to 6 weeks, that's their emotional bandwidth. They don't feel their toes on the bottom of the pool no more. They get nervous and they ghost you. You know why they ghost you? Because in about 2 weeks, they're going to shut back up to my hey, big head, because in their mind, that's a reset to start over. And they're going to give you another good 3 to 6 weeks before they ghost you again. Now, the only way you're going to get a man to stay around past that, as we were talking, don't push him in the deep end. Don't pull him in, because now he's thinking you're trying to drown him or give him food poisoning. So what I encourage you to do, ignore him, girl. He saw you. It don't take all day to recognize. Yo, first of all, I've never been married. I'm 46. I've never been engaged. I've never been in a long-term, serious adult relationship. Obviously, men are trash. Obviously.
What you got to say to that, Tony? I'm waiting. And actually, I am waiting now for you to talk.
What you got to say, Tony? Let me hear this.
The only thing I'm going to say is it was wrong of you to bring some deeply personal stuff to your dissertation and monologue just then.
It's in your Wikipedia.
That I shared with you. No.
People are agreeing with her though. They're agreeing. They're agreeing, Tony. They're agreeing.
The food poisoning episode, which is a real thing. That had
you didn't have to add any comment to it. You're adding commentary.
That means nothing to anybody.
No, right. You don't only we know.
To me, it was very, very painful. And
we'll see how. See, she never said anything personal.
You know who I think suffered more from that than you? Wait, you know who I think suffered more than that from you is the porcelain in your house.
Right.
Okay. Put your toilet on the line, and then let me hear your toilet's feelings about that time in your life. Thank you, y'all, for saying obviously men are trash. I don't have a reason to make up data. Tony, I have given you actual receipts for more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12 men. And in the receipts I've actually shown you, would you say, based on my sample size I have shared, would you say men are trash?
Tony and his fan club.
I have. The women that I have loved assiduously. And
Tony, you full of it right now. You can't even get the words out. Look, this is why I try so hard to, show Tony some love. If you guys see right there, and see, I hope he's not proving Eunice's point that men or 1 or 2 are, that word. I'm not gonna say it because I don't agree with it.
No, and Tamika defends against that. She's like, I would not say men are trash and da-da-da. And I said, Tamika, I hear you, girl. Give me a better word. And she still ain't.
I made them my earth.
She still gave me a better word. Give me a better word.
My moon, my everything. I gave them my heart.
Is this another song?
It's a song.
Oh, he about to get to. I'm gonna leave the door open in a minute, huh?
He's about to start. Yeah, it's a song. It's a song. Go ahead, finish, Tony. Go ahead, Tony. Finish the song. I gave you my soul.
And I just want to say for the record that I try to do the best I could for you. I just want to leave you with a little Angie Bofill.
Before my time.
So,
before my time. Lost on Me.
I don't even know. I haven't heard it, so I figured I'd just let that simmer. Does anybody know what he was singing? If you do, please leave a comment or a question so we can know, because I don't know. Yeah, we muted you.
I'm gonna tell you what Tony's gonna be singing with all these good women that he ain't flying on Delta with. Congratulations. Standing there with you, congratulations.
This is
as long as I can be, you'll always be the one for me. You're welcome, Tony. You're welcome.
But in Tony's mind, he's thinking, I've got nothing. They got a lot.
Oh, they got You know what is the song? Okay, Tamika, you and I will sing the song that Tony is always singing, which is leave the door open. I will leave the door open. And you know why Tony needs to leave the door open? Because he got a reset after his strong 3 to 6 weeks. On your way out. On your way out, leave the door open.
Here, somebody, but they want to leave the door open for Tony. Oh, Lord.
And you know what, Bella Lane? Let me say this: if you leave the door open for Tony, leave the light on so you can see where he's going to pee. Because we don't want to pee in the closet again. So leave the light on too. I'm sorry, Tony. It's the margarita. I'm out of drink.
Oh, are you talking? Whoops. Go ahead.
This is ridiculous. So can I go? Can I get back to? Oh, I'm in my home. So can I? Can I go now?
That happens. You're gonna need to start wearing a bracelet so we can figure out where you are. We can always microchip you, like my dog.
The proof is out there. September 17th.
Wait, how are you gonna try to end my show? Excuse me.
10 o'clock.
Hey, you have a date? Are you wrapping things up because you have a date?
I agreed to an hour. If I'm doing anything more, the TLC Conversation Channel needs to cut a check to T. Harris, Big Daddy.
The devil is a lie.
T. Harris, BigDaddy.com.
The devil. You owe us some checks, so you owe me some time.
This would be true.
And the show is over when the host wraps it up.
That part.
So we're gonna wrap up the show.
Because you said so to me. Because
I said so.
Okay, be clear. Be very clear.
So look. Eunice, please tell everyone. Wait. Eunice has some, a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
Please tell people. First of all, you have a book out. They don't know. I want to bring that up.
Yes, I actually have 3 books out, but I want to talk about this one. 10 things Mama never told you, but mine did. Like how I was right there. Oh, funny you should mention that. I didn't know you were going to bring that up. All right. Unconventional wisdom to navigate a world that cares nothing about you or your feelings. My mom's single mom, raised 4 kids, and each chapter is something that she told me as I was growing up that really prepared me to navigate this world that don't care nothing about me. Starting with chapter 1, which is you are so very special. But remember, you ain't special.
Where can we get the book?
You can get that on Amazon. You can also get it on my website if you would like an autographed copy, which is euniceelliott.com. You can also learn more about me. I also have 2 children's books out that are starring my dogs, and the themes of those books are empathy and inclusion and just trying to change the world, make it a better place. You know.
Hey,
no big deal.
Are you gonna hit some comedy clubs? You're gonna be in Atlanta. You're gonna do a little circuit. You're gonna do a little thing.
Well, I'm usually at a comedy club somewhere. You have to follow me on social media, which is at Eunice Elliott. But let me say, I do have another podcast, which is called Oh No, Girl Yes, which is short for Oh No, He Didn't, Girl Yes, He Did.
Yes.
It's not a male bashing podcast at all.
They're not trash there. They're not trash there.
We talk about dating, relationships, and we are in season 3. We are listened to in 46 countries, and our anniversary of our launch date is February 14th. Oh no, girl, yes. Check it out.
Oh no, girl, yes. We got the book. We got comedy. Okay, now we can bring it back to Tony Harris.
Okay, what you got going on, Tony?
So Tony, what you got? You know, well, let me put this out here first so everybody know.
Yeah, that's it. The proof is out there, September 17th, and all the rest of my time, I'm spending my time being a humble servant to humanity.
Huh? That don't even sound right.
That's what they call hoeing nowadays. I'm not on social media a lot. Is that what they call it now?
A humble servant to humanity.
That's what they call it now, and that's what they call it. I can't argue with you.
Y'all just wrong for this. There will be hell to pay for this. There will be timeout sessions coming up where we will rehash some of these moments in the show, and there will be harsh recriminations. I'm just telling you.
Once again, everyone. So people may not remember. They don't know Tony because you have to let them know what that means. So what he's referring to, everyone, just in case some of you kind of came in on the live later in the show, this trio here, you see myself, Tamika Jones, Tony Harris, Eunice Elliott. We will be on a podcast coming near you very soon. The podcast will be called Time Out with Tony Harris. He had to put his name on something, but you know what? If it's going to bring us a check, it hasn't yet, just to be clear, but it's going to. We will, you know, look, I'm about to back out in a minute. Just kidding.
So I wanted to name it Time Out with Tony Big Daddy Harris, but I got overruled by the ladies. So now it's just simply Time Out with Tony.
And not the ladies, meaning us, the ladies that know better.
Just to make sure everybody is aware that, you know, I don't want any, I really don't want anybody to feel like they are going to go look up somebody by the name of Big Daddy. So let me make sure that does not, absolutely, that does not happen. So
that's a domain name. I own the domain name, Big Daddy.
I doubt that, but I just, you know, just Tony, you know, let me make it better for you. Actually, let me make it clear so everybody. Yeah, you put the glasses on, I know, and let me help everybody find you. Look, everyone, Tony Harris, he's a big deal, and he has no followers. Can you please go follow Tony Harris, please? Don't ask about, please. Like, can you please go follow Tony Harris?
You don't have to. I'm not trying to put my business in the streets like that. You don't need to know what I had for lunch.
So it's at Tony Harris. His screen name at Tony Harris.
Please.
Campbell Soup. Tony Harris.
Yeah, because nobody's going to understand the MM, but since you don't want to tell people your business, which if you told people your business, it could get a check. You know, there's that. Is that part. People want to know, how can we see Tom? Well, it's going to actually be a podcast, and you have to ask Tony when the podcast is coming out, because we don't know. We just get called our time, which is valuable. You know, he calls us every week to come record something, and we still. So Tony, tell the people, since they can't see us, they want to hear us, when it's Time Out with Tony Harris. Do you know?
Yeah, I do know.
Inquiring minds want to know.
So for the people on the interwebs who are watching us right now, I would ask you to follow Eunice, Tamika, and if you want to follow me, that's fine, but I won't respond to you.
Oh Lord, please follow us, y'all. Please.
He's such a star. Let me just watch.
And I will. We will post updates. That's what we'll do. We'll post updates.
Well, we'll post updates.
Well, let me say this. I don't want to let the day go by without celebrating Tony. It is National Dog Day.
Mike. I'm dead, y'all. I got nothing. When I say I got nothing, I got nothing. That's how we gonna wrap up this show. Look, I usually have a saying, but this is how I'm gonna end this show tonight.
Congratulations.
Right, Eunice just hit us with National Dog Day. How else do you go out? How do you go out? How do you go out? How do you go out on that? So look, again, Eunice Elliott, everyone, go follow Eunice. Here's her handle. And the one and only Tony Harris, everyone. Catch us. Look out for us. Time Out with Tony Harris. We will continue, or we want to just bring you pure entertainment and call time out on whatever we want to call time out.
Usually we talk about what's going on in the world. I think this was kind of focused on us this time, but usually we're talking.
It was focused on us. I tried to, but Tony always takes it somewhere else. I tried to talk about, travel, and I have a whole rundown, people.
I saw it. You emailed it to me. I did see you did produce this episode, and Tony just,
Mm-hmm. That was intentional. I think he did that intentionally.
I'm sure he did.
Absolutely.
If he knew what intentionally meant, because he don't do that with real intention. If he knew what it meant, I would say yes, he did it with intention.
My lovely daughter is behind me. She doesn't want to make an appearance in the podcast.
I didn't know. I got my edge scarf on. Hey.
Hi, girl. So everyone, I hope you guys enjoyed us. I usually have like a whole saying, but because this was just nothing. Tony Harris, look in the camera because we're trying to say goodbye to the people.
That up. Now that's his beautiful daughter by I think your second ex-wife, right?
Wow. Wow. This really can't end soon enough. Okay. It really can't.
Everyone. All I can tell you is we're going to end this show. Just live, love, and laugh. If you did not laugh, live, love, and laugh. And we're getting great, please. This has been a great show. Live, love, laugh. Eunice Elliott, Tony Harris, Tamika Jones. Time Out with Tony Harris is coming your way. We appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you and good night.
Woo!